Alright, what's going on? So this is module 3 SAM project 1B. So here it is saying Amy Zaho is a financial analyst with MedSight instruments. A global, so we don't need this information, you can skip up to here. So it is saying switch to the unit sales projection worksheet. So on the bottom click on unit sales projection, and then it is saying use the values in the range C5 through D5 to fill the range E5 through I5. So let's see C5 through D5. So here is C5 and then here is D5, and then it is saying to fill the range E5 through I5. So you can just go to the corner and then this plus sign will appear, and then hold it and drag it until I5. So it will use those value as reference and then increment those other value. So step 2, it is saying use the values and formatting in the range B6 through B7. So here is B6 and then B7. Oops. So let's select B6 and B7 both. Just click on this cell and then double tap and then hold and drag it down. So this way you can select both range, or you can just click on B6 and then hold shift and then click here. So this way also you can select both cells. So it is saying select this and extend to the list of year to the range B8 through B10. So go to the corner, plus sign will appear, and then drag it until B10. Okay, and project 5 years of growth. So it is showing 5 years, and then it is saying use autofill to fill the range C8 through I10 with the formatting from the range C6 through I7 to apply a consistent formatting in the projections. So double click and then drag it until I, and then here is 7, or you can just click on this cell and then hold shift and then click on cell I7. This way also you can select cell C6 through I7. So it is saying use this range to fill the range C8 through I10. So here is C8 through I10. So autofill means same thing, just go to the corner, plus sign will appear, and then drag it up to I10. So it will apply same formatting from C8 to I10 by copying the formatting from C6 through I8. I mean I7. So it is saying enter formulas as follow to complete the table of projection in the range C6 through I10. So here is C6 and then here is I10. So this whole thing. It is saying in cell C7 create a formula without using a function that multiplies the cell projection for the first year cell C6. So click on cell C7 and then click on this status bar, and then so to enter any formula we shall begin with equals to sign, and then it is saying without using any function. So we need to enter the cell number directly. So it is saying multiplies the cell projection for first year C6 and then multiply symbol by C5, and then it is saying and adds the cell projection for the first year cell C6. So we need to multiply C6 by C5 and then wrap it in parentheses, and then this will give a result, and then that result will get added to cell C6 to the result. Yep, and to determine the first estimate for 2022, and then hit enter. Okay, and then step 4b, it is saying use an absolute reference to row 5 in the reference to the cell C5. Okay, so in this formula for C5 the row 5 will be absolute. So if we drag it and then copy and paste this formula somewhere, so C6 and C6 will change according to its reference, but C5 will be constant, so this row number will be constant. So what am I saying is, let's see, it is saying copy the formula from cell C7 to the range C8 through C10. So if we copy this, so to copy this also you need to go to the corner and then plus sign will appear, and then drag it until C10. So in bottom C10. Okay, so if we see the formula, so C6 is changed to C7, C8, C9, but this C5 is constant, this 5 is constant, and if you copy this formula to this row, this C will be changed to D, but this 5 will be constant. So let's see, it is saying copy the formula from the range C7 through C10. So oops, hit escape and then select C7 and then hold shift, click C10, C7, hold shift key and then press C10. Okay, and then it is saying use this C8 through C10 to the range C D10 D7 through I10. So again here is D7 and then here is I10. So go to the corner and then drag it until here. Okay, now if you see the formula, so this in this case C7, here is C6, here is C7, C8, C9, but the C5 is constant, this 5 is constant, but here it will be D9 and then D5 and then again D9. So look, this row number is constant. So again if you look at above, bottom, anywhere, the row number is always constant because we put dollar symbol of it. This means this is absolute, it will not change no matter what. Okay, so let's see. In step 5 it is saying switch to the cost analysis worksheet. So click here, which analyzes the vendor and shipping cost per unit. To select a vendor and shipper for the new product. In cell B10 find the average vendor cost per unit by creating a formula using the average function to calculate the average of the houses in the range V5 through B8. Okay, so in cell B10 we need to calculate average. So again, to enter any formula we need to start with equals to sign and then type average. So and you can double click here and then it accepts range of number, or you can directly enter the range. So you can it accepts either 4 comma 5 comma 6 5 any number, and then so this will calculate the average by adding this and dividing by 3, or you can also pass range. So in this case we are given range, so enter B5 through B8. So now it will take whole this number 47.48, it will add this number and then divide by 5 and then give us the result. So you can hit enter. Okay, and then it is saying use copy this formula to cell E10 and find the, okay, so just control C and then go to cell E10 and then control B. Alright, and you can hit escape to remove this dot line. Okay, in cell steps, oh, in step 6 it is saying in cell B11 find the highest vendor cost per unit by creating a formula using the max function to identify the maximum number in range B5 through B8. Okay, so in B11 we need to use max function. Again, to enter any function or to enter any formula we need to start with equals to sign and then max and then parenthesis, and then again it accepts either series of numbers separated by comma or it accepts range of number. So we have range, so B5 through B8 and then close parenthesis and then enter. And then it is saying copy the formula to cell E11 and then copy and then go to E11 and then paste. Control C, Control V, or you can just right click and then paste formulas. Okay, and then step 7 it is saying in cell B12 it is saying use mean function. So equals to sign mean function. Again this accepts either numbers separated by commas or the range. So we are given range, we will use range B5 through B8 and then close parentheses and then copy this and then paste it to cell E12 and then okay. Now in cell C14 it is saying identify the vendor with the lowest cost per unit by creating a formula using the VLOOKUP function. So in cell, oops, hit escape key to remove this, and then 14 it is saying vendor function or lookup VLOOKUP function. So equals to sign and then VLOOKUP and then you can double click and then it accepts lookup value. So lookup value is B12 and then range is, so table array is our range, so range is B5 through C8 and then let's see return the number of vendor column 2. So we have given column 2 and then it is saying specify an exact match. So again hit comma and then true is approximate match, false is exact match. So double click on false and then close parenthesis and then enter. Okay, so laser biomedical. Now it is saying copy this to be F14. So just control V, control C and then control V. All right, and then is in cell C19. So before that it is saying switch to the project profit projection worksheet. So let's see, here is profit projection worksheet and then it is saying which sets a schedule for developing and launching a new product and projects its which sets a schedule for developing and launching the new product and projects its profit for 5 years. In cell I-17, use the today function to insert the current date. So in cell I-7, again to enter any function or any formula, we need to start with equals to sign and then enter today, and then function will always have open and close parenthesis, and then hit enter. Okay, so this is today's date. And then in cell I9, it is saying to create a formula that uses net work days function to calculate the number of working days between the dates. In cell I7 and I8, leave the holidays argument blank. Okay, so total means net, and then working days, so it will accept start day. So start day will be current date, it is given here. So it is I7, current date is I7, and then product launch is, so you can also click this cell and it will automatically enter I8 here, and then close parenthesis, and then enter. So we'll get negative result here because in this condition current date is after the product launch date, which is impossible. Current date is after the product launch date because Cengage has written 2021 in here, but here it is saying to use today function. So today is after this date, so it will give us negative value, so don't worry about this.